Talysh are an Iranian ethnic group indigenous to a region shared between Azerbaijan and Iran which spans the South Caucasus and the southwestern shore of the Caspian Sea. They speak the Talish language, one of the Northwestern Iranian languages. It is spoken in the northern regions of the Iranian provinces of Gilan and Ardabil and the southern parts of the Republic of Azerbaijan.Northern Talysh was historically known as Talish-i Gushtasbi. In Iran there is a Talish county in Gilan. Anthropologically they belong to the Iranian people of the Indo-European family origins. The Talishists generally identify themselves with the ancient Katusians, who inhabited the area to the southwest of Caspian Sea, bounded on the north by Ura River, including modern provinces of Ardabil and Gilan. The name Talish-i may be etymologically related to Katusi, which has influenced the name of the Caspian and Caucasus language. Talish has two major mutually intelligible dialects, northern and southern. Azerbaijani is used as the literary language in Azerbaijan and Farsi in Iran. Genetics. With regards to their NRYY DNA haplogroups, the Talish show salient Near Eastern affinities, with haplogroup J2, associated with the advent and diffusion of agriculture in the Neolithic Near East, found in over 25% of the sample. Another patrilineal haplogroup R1 is also seen to range from 1/4 to up to 1/2, while R1A1, a marker associated with Indo-Iranian peoples of Central South Eurasia, only reaches to under 5%, along with haplogroup G. Location. There are no statistical data on the numbers of Talish speakers in Iran, but estimates show the number to be around 1 million. Talish nationalists claim that the number of Talish in Azerbaijan is around 835,000. The number of Talish speakers in 2003 was estimated to be at least 400,000 in the Republic of Azerbaijan, according to the official 1999 census of the Republic of Azerbaijan, whose figures are in dispute by Talish nationalists. The number of Talish people in the Republic of Azerbaijan was 76,000. According to some sources, the Azerbaijani government has also implemented a policy of forceful integration of all minorities, including Talish, Tat, and Lezgins. However, in a view of Hemecoteca, the attitude towards any separatist tendencies seems predominantly negative among Talishas. According to Swedish scholar on Eurasia Svante Cornell, whereas officially the number of Lezgins registered as such is around 180,000. The Lezgins claim that the number of Lezgins registered as Azerbaijani is many times higher than this figure, some accounts showing over 700,000 Lezgins in Azerbaijan. These figures are denied by the Azerbaijani government, but in private many Azeris acknowledge the fact that Lezgins, for that matter Talish, the Tat population of Azerbaijan is far higher than the official figure. The unofficial census of the Netherlands is 1. Demographics. According to the Russian imperial census of 1897, there were 34,994 Talish in Baku Governorate. According to a 1926 census, there were 77,039 Talish in Azerbaijan SSR. From 1959 to 1989, the Talish were not included as a separate ethnic group in any census, but rather they were included as part of the Turkish-speaking Azerbaijanis, although the Talish speak an Iranian language. In 1999, the Azerbaijani government claimed there were only 76,800 Talish in Azerbaijan, but this is believed to be an underrepresentation given the problems with registering as a Talish. Some claim that the population of the Talish inhabiting the southern regions of Azerbaijan is 600,000. Talish nationalists have always asserted that the number of Talish in Azerbaijan is substantially higher than the official statistics. Obtaining accurate statistics is difficult due to the unavailability of reliable sources, intermarriage, and the decline of the Talish language. And Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty have voiced the concerns about the arrest of Novratali Mamdov, chairman of the Talish Cultural Center and editor-in-chief of the Talish-i newspaper. According to a U.S. government interview with Gilan Mamdov, a Talish rights activist, Mr. Mamdov accused the Azerbaijani leadership of Turkish nationalism and of seeking to suppress non-Turkish minorities. He said the Azerbaijani leadership seeks to minimize contacts between the Talish communities in Azerbaijan and Iran and to run Azerbaijan into a mono-ethnic state. During modern history, USSR era, in the early Soviet period, there were Talish high schools, a newspaper called Red Talish, and several Talish language books published. But by end of the 1930s these schools were closed and the Talish identity was not acknowledged in official statistics, with the Talish being classified as Azerbaijani. According to Russian historian and ethnologist Viktor Shcherelman, simultaneously ethnic minorities suffered persecutions in Azerbaijan. After Soviet power was established, the Iranian-speaking Talishas, who lived in southeast Azerbaijan, dreamt of the restoration of the Talish-Mugan Republic declared in the summer of 1919 and brutally ruined by Ottoman troops. In 1936–38, Talish nationalists were exiled to Siberia, and Talish schools were closed. Broadcasting in Talish was abolished, and the Talishs were deprived of the mass media in general. Since that time, the Talishs have been pressed to identify themselves with the Azeris. From 1991 to present, historical repression of identity and the inability to practice their culture and language has led the Talish to an internalized self-repression. This makes it hard to gauge support for any type of Talish movement. According to Hemakoteka, many Talish fear being associated with the separatist Talish-Mugan Autonomous Republic, with Russia, or with Armenia if they acknowledge or attempt to talk about that beliefs in the public sphere. For instance, a school in Lerik wanted to invite a poet from Lenkoran to a party in his honor and to speak to children. A headmaster was told that he would be dismissed if the event went ahead. The fear of the police is another factor to this silence. Although support for a secular democracy and shared Azerbaijani Talish feelings towards Nagorno-Karabakh contribute as well, the Talish population is declining. The language is on its way to extinction within 25 to 35 years, as it's very often not passed on to children. Young Talish people more frequently use Persian or Azerbaijani in their communities. As of 2008, Ismail Shabanov was the president of the Talish diaspora of Russia. The National Talish Movement. The National Talish Movement was formally created in 2007 by Talish leaders exiled in the Netherlands. The members of the organization include those who were in support of the Talish-Mugan Autonomous Republic, such as Alekram Hamatov, the self-proclaimed president of Talish-Mugan. The movement favors an autonomous region within Azerbaijan. It also demands the promotion of democratic, cultural, and linguistic rights of all minorities within Azerbaijan.